his face just went white. Like when I say white, it went white. And they were all standing there in, it looked like, from what I remember, it was like bulletproof vests. They said, "Are you Inigo Philbrick?" And he said, "Yes." And then suddenly more men came in with bulletproof vests on. They're like, "You're coming with us." And I was like, "I'm coming with him, I'm coming with him." They go, "Fine, you get into another car." So he's marched out into one car. I'm put into another car behind him. And I said, "Where are we going?" One of the men goes, "We're going to the airport." The two cars pull in here. I was held back by two guys in the car, and they didn't let me have access to either of the phones I had. And then he was marched over here, and they wouldn't let me out of the car, and at some point, I just snapped. I said, get off me, I'm 6 months pregnant." And they suddenly were taken aback by me being pregnant. It was just awful. It was so bad. I got out of the car, and I ran towards this gate. He was being marched with his hands behind his back onto this plane that was sitting there. I had no idea where he was going. I didn't know if these people were just wearing costume. I thought it was like an abduction. I thought, like, who has he got into bed with that he shouldn't have done? I didn't know who had sent this plane, whether it was Russians, whether it was Saudis, mafia, like, I had no idea. He was just gone. I just thought, remember this tail number, remember the tail number. If I could remember the tail number, I can find out where they're taking him. I found out who the owner of the plane was a Russian chess player. I managed to get hold of him, and I said, "Your plane is abducted. My fiance, where is it going, where is it going?" And he said, "I leased my plane out to the American government."
So it's only when I see the US Marshal type people that I realize that it's a government expedition and not some, crazy revenge scheme.
Were you scared?
No, no, knowing what I know today, I should have been scared.
If the US government is willing to travel halfway around the world to the South Pacific at a time when no planes are allowed in or out of the country and land a plane there to get you, you know you're in serious trouble.